working.
I just saw that spike. I'm like, yeah.
It's probably fine. Close that. There. Cool. All right. Try this one more time.
Episode 8?
It is episode 8.
I thought that was something else.
No, we've only done. We haven't done very many
Yeah.
because people can't always be here for them. Why is it not? Oh, there it is. Hey, it just popped up. Check that out.
Sounds good on my side.
Oh shit!
That's weird. I got the notification, but it's not showing up for me.
Try to refresh it on my side.
Yeah, I refreshed it. And
Wait for it. Wait for it. It's like lagging on the video portion of it. That's interesting. It's probably because it's a direct thing into it. I don't know. It's fine. It's totally fine. Hold on, I'm pulling up my normal stream thing because I don't remember it. All right. We got it. We got it. Do you guys got drinks? We probably should have gotten drinks beforehand. Hi guys, Unknown Artists, episode 8 of 301 Thursdays. Welcome. Do chat with us, bug us and such, but today we have hospital horror stories is our main topic, which we'll get to that. But to start off, would you like to introduce yourselves? Anybody want to start?
Dreaming Slade.
Yay!
Still Tiger.
ask answer.
You guys go by your usernames. That's
Yep,
awesome.
Fine.
Let me see Cat. I don't know where's Fat Cat. He's back on the
Right there.
table. There
It's
you
on
go.
the
He's
kit.
in the
Like-
shot. It's probably fine. All right. So normally we do the introductions and blah blah blah. I mean, we can do it again if you guys really want to. Since you guys have only been on here like once before, do you guys want to do something like that? Because I mean, like they've heard us plenty of times, but I'm kind of curious. Do you guys want to do it again? Like do Truths and a Lie? Do you want to do what was the other one we do?
Never, Ever,
Never
Ever.
ever. Yeah. You want to try that? It could be fun. I want you Never Have I Ever. I think I want to try that. See how you guys go with that. Do you know how it plays? Okay. So basically, the way that works, you get like however many lives. So we'll say like 3, 5, something like that. And it starts off with somebody. So like I could start or something like that. And I say, never have I ever done this. And if you haven't done this, you don't lose the life. But if you have done the thing, then you lose the life. And if you lose all your lives, then you're out. And it kind of helps people understand like things you've done or things. Yeah. So don't say illegal things. That's the first rule. Because if you've done illegal things, we don't want to know. But that's kind of how it works. I figured you kind of know how it works already.
Yeah.
But and I know you've been thrown under the bus with it before. So you know. But yeah. So you want to start off 5 lives?
Sure.
5 lives? All right. You want to start off?
No.
No?
You're
Jordan, you want to start it off?
I don't care. Sure.
Okay. 5 up.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You can be real dick in this game too if you want to specifically get somebody out, but it's kind of how it plays.
I'm gonna start off with that one then. Never have I ever owned a pet with fur.
Fuck you, dude. All right.
That's also unfortunate on my part.
Yeah.
Because I wish I could, but
Never have I ever owned a truck.
Wow.
Shots fired, both of you. You put a life, or no, that was for the pet thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Ah. Okay.
You aimed it straight at me.
I was kind of seeing if Jordan did too. I was testing
Nope.
it. All right.
I'm on my second vehicle, but they were both cars.
Fuck, Jordan's funny. All right, what you got?
Never have I ever had a crush in high school.
Darn.
Shit.
I'm out fast.
Yeah, we're losing.
Never have I ever been out of the country.
Shit.
You're the only. Wait. You've never been out of the country.
Oh, ooh, I thought it was something.
Yeah, you said that
ooh,
backwards. You want to fix it real quick?
Yeah, I do want
Okay.
to fix it. What would be the proper way of saying it?
Not left the country?
Oh, I guess, yeah. Never have I ever not left the country.
Yeah.
So wait, if you've left the country, then you're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, if you've left the country, then you lose a life.
No.
No.
I've left the country.
So he's
so
saying
you
like
stay-
Shit.
Yeah. That's what I
Fuck.
meant.
doesn't
And I
sound-
did not skip Siege Day. My buddies cannot do Siege yet, so we're holding off on that. And also, I'm prepping for a con, so that's been most of today. Huh.
You may or may not hate me for this one. I don't know because I don't know you. Never have I ever broken a bone.
Son of a gun.
Never broke.
Logan.
Wait. Yeah, I've never broke a bone, so I don't lose a life, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. No, haven't broke one. I've been in karate for so long.
Logan's
I did pretty much everything but that. We'll do. You know, I'm gonna test you guys.
Oh jeez.
See how 90s you are. Never have I ever. How do I want to word this? Never have I ever not gone to a Chuck E. Cheese.
I've never been to one.
Wait. So
If you am I saying that
You've
right?
been to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes, that's why I'm implying it. If you haven't gone, then you lose a life.
Well, I'm out.
Fuck. Okay, we've all gone.
Yep.
Okay,
I've
you
been to
you
Chuck E.
haven't gone
Cheese.
Mhm.
to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Mhm.
Really interesting.
It was something like that, but it was never
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
I've been to Chuck E. Cheese I think 3 times in my entire life. So, yeah. Because
I've been
two,
about 4 or 5.
one was when I was really young, like my family went, and then twice was for like my cousin's birthday or something like that. So
Mine was just always for like my birthdays when I was
Yeah.
really really small. But
I even know which location it was because it was the same location every single time. The one over by. I'm not gonna say
the
it, yeah.
mall.
Yeah. I was about to say it, and I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't say location.
No. All right, what you got? I'm at 2. You're at 1, right? Okay. Thinking real hard. Could have soloed yesterday, but no, you did not. Dude, I was editing all day yesterday. I can't do that.
Never have I ever driven longer than 40 minutes.
I've been out on that one too. Dang.
3 hours and longer.
Yep.
And then you're out, Jordan.
Huh. This would
He
be-
can determine whether he just wants to fuck us over right now or if he just.
Well, I know one that would automatically knock you out, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be that guy. So I'm trying to think of one that would be at least somewhat fair.
Do, do, do.
Okay, this one might be a fair one. Never have I ever lived in the same house my whole life. So far.
You're still in.
Hmm?
You're saying if you didn't.
Like if so. Hold on. So if you haven't moved like your whole life, if you've lived in the same house,
Then you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
no.
wait.
Yeah, you're still in.
Yeah.
Okay. You're up.
Oh, that knocked you out?
Yeah,
Crap.
dude, this same place. What you got? It's a learning game, but it's also competitive. Got my knife.
I'm also thinking of one for her because I've got 3 lives, so.
I think he's pretty much got you beat, but let's see.
Probably. Never have I ever gone to a college outside of my hometown.
Yep, that got me.
1 life down. All right.
I'm I'm still thinking of
Gives the play-by-play.
because I know
He's
one
thinking very intently.
because I know one that would knock her out, but like I don't want to be again. I don't want to be that guy. Like I'm.
You can go down to one life if you want. Do the sudden death.
That's a good idea. But
Okay, go for it. Last life. Who can get who first? You gotta do something out of the ordinary though. Test each other.
yeah, I know.
Go for it.
I don't know what to say.
Cat, good cat. He's 17. He's old.
What should I say?
Just random events, maybe like trampolines, I don't know, ice skating, hiking, I don't know, just random things you would ask about a person or things like that. Also, if you guys wonder why I'm picking at my thumb, I've been working on my cosplay probably about half the day, and it's super glued right now, so I'm like trying to peel off, my skin. It's a good time. Got anything? Got 10 seconds. Then move to Serena.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh jeez. Never have I ever gone to movies with people I don't know.
Does that count as just like showing up with people you don't know that and they're there? Like,
No, people like you
Like-
went with a group of friends that you didn't know.
Someone
Yeah.
knows an extra.
You went with. Did you know Hannah and all of them back then
I
when
know
we went
them
to
before we
Doctor
went to the
Strange?
movie. Yeah, before we went to the movie, I knew them all.
Okay.
I'd met them all at school.
What about her one boyfriend at the time?
We weren't with them when we saw the movie, though. We didn't go with them. I
We
wouldn't
all,
count that.
we all met up.
I didn't think so.
All right. Go to your last one then. Your turn. Go for it.
Ow. But yeah, I don't care. It's just like we met them afterward.
We were all sitting together.
I didn't think. Oh, maybe we were.
Yeah, we were.
I'm
Enlightenment. All right. Jordan is the winner
Okay.
with the lowest experiences. No, I'm kidding. All right. Recap of the past streams. VR chat, new thing, entirely new thing, which was absolutely amazing and fantastic, and I love it dearly, and it makes me not hate many
Hello?
things. Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed those streams.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of fun with them. I don't know, they relax me. Like before and after, I'm happy with it, and it feels good. And I think I want to do a lot more of those. And I like editing them because I can put the music to it and stuff, and it's nice. I like those. So definitely stay on those.
I want to see someone make like a model of like the troll face.
Okay, watch that second episode because there was a
Yeah.
giant flat pig. And that when it moved, it like turned or twisted inside of this flat image. It's interesting. But aside from that, I don't think.
Dustin, I did a stream dedicated to you. That's what
Aw.
I doubt it. Don't you say aw.
Yeah, don't say ow.
He's shit talking me right now. I know this. I already know. I know you well enough by now. I just know.
Who?
Dine Wolf.
Oh.
It's probably he'll probably want me to open it. And it's probably gonna be like, this stream is trash or some shit like that.
I hate
just
VR chat. It took over my siege day.
took over. Dude, it didn't take over your siege day. I had that planned. I had people already. Oh my gosh. All right, you know what? We're gonna look. We're gonna look for you, Dine Wolf. We're gonna look. But did you? In the meantime, while I'm looking that up, did you guys have any days? I don't think we've all streamed together in a long
The
time.
last one was
And you've
ESO,
talked in them, but
yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ESO. What do you guys think about that?
That's
Talk
fine.
about it. Talk about it. I'm gonna look this up.
I think we need to have more of a set plan, though. Like, at least have an idea of what we're going to do before we do it, because we ran around for a good, 30 minutes to an hour in total, not knowing what we were going to do. And then we all split up and
What?
separated.
Yeah.
We would never have anything unplanned ever. It is not like they just showed up 30 minutes ago not knowing the topic or anything. That would never happen.
Nope.
It's crazy talk. Alright,
Never.
continue.
Slightly my fault on the point where I couldn't remember how to bite somebody to make them a werewolf. Could not remember that one fully.
Yeah, that took like an hour.
Yeah, it did. Because I was like, I should be able just to bite you. I had to go to the special shrine.
That was kind of funny though. I'm not gonna lie. That was like, and then we were like, oh, how do we unlock our new powers?
I ended up fighting Jeff.
Just the name.
Jeff after you left.
Mhm.
It went on for a good like 20 to 25 minutes.
My goodness.
We got nowhere.
Oh, do know that we all started playing at 5:30, right?
Mhm.
She was on till, what was it, 3 in the morning? She was playing. I got off at like whenever we stopped, which was like 9 or 10, right? I think it was at 10. I got off, and you got off at like 11. Her and Jeff went and adventured for another 5 hours after that. I finished almost the entirety of Punisher in that whole time. I'm like, oh my gosh. All
Why
right.
is Logan in my spot unacceptable?
Literally, he named his stream Dustin Get Siege. I don't know if it's gonna load.
I think it says Padre Alice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
It's
Chase.
Yep.
Chase! Why is Logan in my spot unacceptable? Because you chose to move away. All right, and you see Logan replaced you in your spot.
Replacement.
Oh shit! But yeah, if you guys can see that the top stream right there, it's probably not gonna. Oh. Kind of. But it basically just says Dustin Get Siege. Top video.
Hey.
Hey. Shots fired. I don't know. What did you guys think about that though? Like with ESO, because I don't.
choose to move. Moving chose me.
I mean, okay. To be fair, Ohio, right? And it's just it's understandable. It's okay. But comics, we're still working on that. It's okay. But what do you guys think of ESO?
I mean, he left us, so still unacceptable.
Right. You. What'd you guys think of that though? ESO, the first run.
It was good, but I feel like we have to have a plan.
Yeah, because we were like, it's the shenanigans. I called it the Creative Crew Capers because I didn't want to use shenanigans. Shenanigans is too overused, so I'm like, capers. That's a good word. But I don't know. It was hectic because we were like, let's just do this quest and then this quest, and then it was like, oh.
we sadly had too many people for an actual like dungeon. Then we'd have like enough people to do an actual like PvP raid or anything.
Or yeah, because then there's the raids, and then there's also doing the regular PvP, which is the oh gosh, excuse me, the Alliance Wars. That's what I was thinking
Unless
of.
we can just like not play the game seriously and just find a bunch of shit to do and fuck up. Like just go like save the game and then go destroy a town or something.
I mean, we could try to take on like the guards and stuff, but there's enough of them to where they would just slaughter us every time. We'd have to get more powerful for that. Because they're not invincible. I know that. It's just right now they're invincible.
Well, I have to remember what armor set I would need. I had one that was working fine for a while. Then I accidentally sold a few pieces, but I had enough magical recovery through a potion I drank and an armor set where I could infinitely heal people. And that's my whole like PvP strat I did.
He's like, I don't need healing, just around me.
Yeah, just do the AoE heal nonstop.
Shadow Clone Jutsu. So who else liked type? Okay, really quick, going on that Dying Wolf.
You shouldn't even like give him the benefit.
I shouldn't, but it's because it was funny in VR chat. That was pretty fun. Okay, so I didn't stream that part because I was testing it prior. But I made some friends that day, and there was one person who actually animated a bucket of Tide Pods, and they could literally pull one out and feed it to people in VR chat. The time and effort just to do that, let alone them running around and recording it, that's too much effort for a very bad meme. It's just, But I don't know. What ideas you got for ESO? I mean, because obviously we could do like the 4 people, but then not everybody would get to play. And I know Austin's like loving the game now because he loves MMOs. And then Ethan, I don't know. Ethan seemed like he kind of enjoyed it, but seemed also indifferent. And then he left really quick, which I don't know what that was about. But any thoughts, ideas aside from just questing and doing stupid things like attacking chickens?
Or we could just do my strategy, explore everything by running across the map and, running into those layers I always get trapped in, and you're always like, how do you do this? And I end up dying like 5 times before I can get to the other side.
Layers?
Okay, it's like the little canyon parts where all the people in there are just like killers. Or like, it's just a bunch of monsters.
It's because she runs straight through the enemy areas, like the enemy spawn points, like the war areas. She runs right through those. Instead of like going literally 20 feet to the left on the edge of the map where nothing gets aggroed.
It's
No.
faster, yeah.
It's faster, even though, I die and respawn 20 times and,
It's still
Dustin's already
faster.
crossed the whole map.
And? Is there a point to
It's
that?
faster.
I like traveling.
Hey, you have to have a challenge. If you dodge everything, it's boring. What was that for?
Because Nine Wolf said, "Where are my Heelys?"
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Why you not here? Because he's in Colorado. Because he's such a cool kid. But no, not really though. Because he's all alone now. He was making a post on Twitter, and somebody he was just like, how many times do you think I can ask? He's like, how many times do you think I can ask people in a mall to be my friend because I'm kind of lonely before I get taken away by cops? And somebody was like, with adults, quite a few. If you're trying to befriend kids, probably not many at all. And he's just like, one, I'm kind of offended by that you would even think I'd try to befriend a kid. It was funny.
You are a child.
Man child. But yeah. I don't think I've really done any other streams. I've done premieres of my edited videos.
What? Because I don't have to see corn anymore.
Right?
True.
Only 1,000 plus miles. Corn anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Chase, he wasn't wrong. Yeah. I read that tweet and I memorized it.
Kids are bad friends anyways.
Not wrong, especially this day and age. They're all
Yeah.
shits.
All swearing and, I'm only 20, all right?
It's because nobody uses corporal discipline anymore because they think they're going to go to prison.
Yep.
You're allowed to smack your child, just don't beat the shit out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, I don't know, some courts are still kind of picky about that, though. Even just that.
They think
Yeah.
if you're going to sit there and be like, no, don't do that. Or send them to the room to play with their toys. They're not going to think you take any of it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And then you have the ones that were, like, over-disciplined.
Like me.
Yeah. Here's a...
Mine wasn't necessarily over-disciplined, I don't think.
No.
It was like, I wasn't like raised by like a sergeant or anything like that. Wake up at 6 or 5 in the morning, like, and have like perfectly slick back hair all the time. It was,
Or, just no hair.
Yeah.
Ice bucket. Psh. 5-minute shower. Go.
Mine was like,
Here's the same bar of soap everyone uses. Sorry.
that's gross.
My dad was in the Marines. Oh, my goodness. But, I don't know. I just finished Punisher,
I
too,
know
talking
when I
about
can
that.
Be there. It's this new thing called Discord.
Yeah, you could. I would have to turn on, the volume for everything, and I'd have to add a new thing to OBS. But, yeah, you could.
Dustin would try to friend a kid.
I have,
He's friends with you, guy.
I have Maddie. I don't need another kid.
She's your cousin, doesn't count.
But she's still a kid. And she's really inventive, and she's cool.
Family, so like it's not
Hey,
creepy.
hey.
It's endearing if it's
Eh,
family.
Who said it was supposed to be creepy?
If you befriend a kid and you're an
Plus,
adult,
okay, what about Caden's friends? My nephew's friends.
it's your
Those are
nephew.
kids.
It's your nephew.
Shh, shh, shh,
And then
shh,
it's
shh,
his
shh. They're
adopted brother.
Still kids. Adopted brother. Okay, that one's Zach. All right,
Yeah.
but
Okay. not
but what
even
about
adopted,
like
it's symbolic.
Malachi? What about Malachi?
It's another one.
It's another one. Another one.
Another symbolic brother. They call
They
each
just
other
stack.
brothers.
They're stacked just like that,
Just
huh?
stack 'em.
Take
Like
one
those,
body, second body.
So
Oh,
those Russian like dolls, so you just keep on stacking into each other.
that's up to you. I'm plugging away on this comic, just listening. It looks like you're typing real hard on that comic. Real hard. In our chat. I mean, but yeah. I don't think we've had any other streams, have we?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's been pretty much.
We kind of
much-
slowed down a little bit, but you've been editing and working on your other stuff.
I've been doing streams almost daily.
I know, but like you've been slowing down and kind of like doing your other streams. Is
Yeah.
what, like,
Doing
it's
same
not the-
content.
It's not the usual stuff. Yeah.
Same content continuously. I don't think I've done. I did Overwatch not too long ago.
Yeah.
I edited that all. There's only one that I haven't edited yet, and that was when we did the May challenge, where I was like dominating May, or dominating Ethan with May, and he was just like, "Oh, it feels good." Yeah, that was funny. Hey, at 366.6 degrees Fahrenheit, the skin melts. Useful. Hey, this is hard. Being creative isn't easy. Yeah, I know. It's part of my job. But yeah. And then, what's the normal thing we do? Oh yeah, the questions and stuff. Conversation starter. Venom trailer. Because we were talking about this earlier, and I really want to bring this up since it dropped today, and I was disappointed.
Yep.
What was your? Have you said you haven't seen it
I
yet?
have not seen it. I've seen the Deadpool one though.
I want you to play it. I want you to play it real quick right now.
Yeah,
Why don't you watch that?
it.
He's gonna say you've seen it.
Yes, I have.
Serena's seen it. Want?
I completely forgot about it, and then I just like saw it on YouTube. I was scrolling through YouTube today, and it's like, it's actually out. Or
Yeah.
the trailer's actually out, and I went to go look at it. I'm just like, really?
I'm kind of excited though, because and I was talking about this to him earlier. So you watch that. I'm gonna talk about the thing where we're gonna talk about this. It's 2517.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The bone melts. That's good. Do you? Is it? Useless facts you don't need to know. I mean, they might be useful. But for the Venom trailer, right? I was going on IMDb, right? I was going through all the roles and everything. They have the girl. There's a Venom series, right? And I don't remember if it was just the original or what it was. There's a Venom series. Put it to your face.
Then how
Watch it. Watch it and hear it. But no, there's this girl, and basically there's like multiple symbiotes, right? There's the red and yellow lady, there's the green one, there's Venom, and there's Carnage and stuff. And I was going through the roles, and they do have her. I think it's Scream, yeah. They have her, and then they have Venom, which is Tom Hardy. But in the trailer, they don't show barely anything. They show like the doctor, who's the person who knows all the symbiotes. They have Tom Hardy, but there's no Venom. They have the symbiote. They have the symbiote for like 5 seconds, right? And it's great and it's intricate and stuff, but he's talking about how like everybody has their own demons and blah blah blah, and it's kind of irritating because Eddie liked the symbiote. Like he was scared of it at first, but he liked it, and it sounds like in this he's like freaked out by it. And I don't know. The movie poster looked cool, right? It looks really cool, but the trailer just felt empty. I don't know. Like if you're gonna have a Venom trailer, have more Venom in your trailer. That's all I gotta say, I guess. But anyways, your take. Go ahead. I needed to rant.
You pretty much summed it
I
up.
needed to rant, all right, because it's just like that. Oh,
That
that's
last statement
stupid.
pretty much summed it up.
Yeah, and there was people talking about it. Like if you go on Twitter and just look at the comments, right? And there was somebody.
Andre says, "Hang on, let me explain." Please.
Oh
enlighten
goodness, it's a
us.
teaser trailer. Teaser being the key word. I've been on Reddit all day going at people about this, that, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fanboys hating on the Marvel film's 10-year celebration. Oh gosh. Can you explain why he is the way he is? Please do. I need help because that's not the Venom I've known for like all my life. I don't know. I'm not worried about, okay, don't take me wrong. I'm not worried about Tom Hardy. I'm just frustrated because Sony, right? Sony has messed up on so many films
Mhm.
and has done so just iffy with everything, right? That they just don't have like the power right now to be doing that. Like Marvel itself with like the Infinity War, they can pull that shit and not show anything. I mean, they ended up showing their characters anyways for like the kids of Thanos. Oh, Chase is calling. Oh, all right, here we go, guys. Padre Atlas on the phone.
All right. So, okay, so the movie. I mean, you can repeat this for the.
I've just put you on
podcast.
speaker.
Okay. Let
Tell me
get my-
if you can hear it in the stream, by the way.
Hold on. Let me get my headset back over at least one ear. Okay, yeah, I can hear it.
Cool, go.
Can you hear yourself?
Okay, so the movie is based off of it's gonna be based off of Lethal Protector and Planet of the Symbiotes. Lethal Protector is when Eddie Brock finally regains more of like his humanity while wearing the symbiote suit, and he kind of turns over a new leaf. And after all the bad he's done, he and Spider-Man agree that he needs to leave and not come back. So he goes to San Francisco to try to be more of like a good guy. Like
So
to try to,
is that why Tom Holland is supposed to be in the movie?
Tom Holland? That's not confirmed. That somebody just popped that up there as rumored.
Okay.
But if they do that, that'd be kind of cool. But he heads to San Francisco, and I don't know if they can do it because again, the Tom Holland MCU Sony thing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man does. He sees some misleading coverage about Venom doing bad stuff, and so he goes to San Francisco to fight him. But instead, he finds out that Venom is fighting 5 symbiotes, I think. Scream, Phage.
Yep. And
Toxin.
Toxin.
No, Toxin is
Or no, Toxin is Venom. Yeah, Venom and Carnage. Sorry.
See, yeah, Scream, Phage, Riot, Lasher, and Agony. I had to bring that up for a second because I know 3 of them, but not 2 of them.
Right.
So that's why he's kind of like, you know, in the teaser trailer, it's like, hey, I don't really like the symbiote. And the planet of the symbiote comes right after Lethal Protector. And the symbiote leaves him because he starts rethinking, like, you know, like, do I need this symbiote? It brings me nothing but bad, so on and so forth. But the symbiote leaves him, and then Carnage comes into play, and he has to get the symbiote back to fight Carnage. So those are the 2 storylines that it's mainly drawing
That's
from.
gonna be the second film.
No, it's all gonna be in one probably. They're probably gonna mash it.
They probably cherry pick bits and pieces. I mean, to fit it all into like a 1.5 to 2 hour time frame.
Hopefully 3 hour. What? It's Venom, Chase. I need my Venom.
Well, yeah, I understand. I would also appreciate that. I'll sit in the movie theater multiple times for 3 hours in a row. I don't care. It's Venom.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been there's been some talk around if the movie doesn't do too great, then Sony's gonna try to let Marvel like pick it up like they did with Spider-Man. But I think it's gonna be good because Tom Hardy is very picky about the roles he chooses.
Yeah.
And like the scripts that he takes. So I think it'll be pretty good.
I'm hoping.
But
Yeah.
I was on Reddit today and people were like, "Oh, that's the dumbest trailer. He's not even going to be a symbiote." I'm like, "Hang on. He will be. It's just a teaser. Like they're not showing it yet, but like these people straight up believe that because they didn't see the symbiote in the trailer, he wasn't going to be the symbiote whatsoever."
That's
like,
not what it is. The reason I was just mad is because it's like I've been okay. I was like I heard about it right when they announced like just the smallest bit of information, right? Like I was sitting there, I was excited. I was really, really excited. And then
I was in GameStop taking a poop.
that doesn't surprise me because you normally were in there for like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's the only place I could get privacy away from those customers.
True story. But not your butt, you know, on the toilet. But I don't know. It's just like I've been waiting since they pretty much announced it that it was even going to be slightly a thing, and then they pulled that shit. It's just like I don't know, because it's like now okay, knowing that because I knew it was going to be somewhat of that type of storyline, right? But because obviously you know the roles they're having picked for it. but it's still frustrating that they couldn't even tease like the face or anything, you know.
That's how they get you. They want people to get riled up because then they're gonna be like, oh, fuck this movie, but they still want to see more and more. So people are still gonna come back to it. You know, they're not really alienating anybody except those that either are just really really stupid or stubborn jackasses.
I would never.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I'm definitely giving it a chance. And in this day and age of the MCU and Marvel maybe getting like all the other superheroes back, I think Sony, after seeing Marvel's Spider-Man, was like, man, we really sucked. We got to get something right.
Yeah, because you know that Venom and you know having what was his name from that '70s show?
Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a booty. That was a booty choice. That was awful.
They had many a choice, and I don't know. Sandman wasn't too bad, but still, I don't know.
Yeah,
It was all wrecked.
Church is a good actor, and I mean, he kind of fit that part pretty well.
Yeah, the scared Sandman, I didn't know how I felt about that, and then having the twisted story, but it was fine. I don't know. It was all right.
The biggest thing is that it's not Topher Grace's Venom anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I will give it more of a shot because it's not that scrawny little douche as Venom. I didn't even like that '70s show. It sucked.
There was some good funny parts, but that.
I honestly never watched it, so I don't know. I just hate Topher Grace. I just want to punch him in the mouth. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He just has.
You said it wrong. You got to punch him in the pooter.
Yeah, I got punched right in his little pooter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a weird word to have come out of your mouth.
You started that, all right.
I know.
Battlegrounds, all right.
I have to enjoy it.
You said slap them right across their pooter hole is what I think you said.
Yeah, slap right in the pooter hole,
He
bro.
started with Pooter Smack with his dog.
Yeah, pooter smack. That's right.
No, somebody. I said something to my dog, and somebody thought I said pooter. All right.
Well, then you ended up saying pooter smack after that, so it's become a thing.
Yeah. Well, I hate how many things have become a thing because I say them and they stick.
Well,
I can't
stop making
escape my
creative
demons.
words.
Like Dick
I
Cat,
can't,
Fuck
Dustin. You
Burger.
can't just turn off the creative. Okay, that's why I'm working on a comic.
Did you hear
Somebody
Serena?
Say the word pooter smack in it. I didn't.
Go for it as loud as you can.
Dick Cat Fuck Burger.
You're goddamn right. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to listening, and I just wanted to weigh in.
And we
Do your first call in for 301 Thursdays.
first calling. Oh boy, but we appreciate it. Thank you, sir, for enlightening.
Yep,
Doesn't
no,
mean-
get
doesn't
the
mean that
fuck
I'm
out of my spot.
Still doesn't mean I'm not
It's
gonna
all
be
mine
salty.
now.
Yeah, it's all his spot now.
Could be. So I just tell him not to rub his ass all over it.
Too late. Yeah, he got the poop in the seams.
Son of a disgusting. But I'm gonna go back to listening in. I'll pop in every
Hey.
once in a while to tell Logan he sucks.
All right, shall do.
Thank you.
Any closing words, Chase?
Any closing words, Chauce?
We all know you want to say it.
It's your duty to eat that booty.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Ew.
All
I
right.
knew he wanted to say it, so it's like. Just
I
get
know
it out
he,
there.
he always does.
Just-
He was going to
just
do
get
it
it
in the
out there.
chat if he didn't do it now. But thank you for the call in, Chauce. We appreciate that. Doesn't mean I'm going to be any less salty about that. But yeah, we're at 9:10 right now. When we start like 8:35,
Something like that, yeah.
I want to say. So still under an hour, so we're good. I don't know. Any thoughts about all that after having him discuss all that?
I'm hoping he's right, so.
Because I don't know, like, I went on the IMDb page, right, and Tom Holland
Yeah.
doesn't have rumored anymore. It's just literally he's posted on there. But they don't have any role for him, so it's kind of like, I don't know for sure if they're going to do it or not,
Right.
or what they're going to do.
You just hear him, like maybe they turn it into a phone call.
That would be
That's
interesting.
possible, too.
But then it's like, when did that whole battle happen, you know? But
Right.
then it's like, I knew it was going to have something to do with, like, the whole big battle, because they've had all the different Venom roles, so I knew that was going to be the thing, right? But it's just like, I don't know. I'm still salty that they
Salt
couldn't.
is my favorite flavor.
Dude, it is my flavor. But I don't know. I'm frustrated because it's like, just at least the face at like the end of the trailer, right? Because they had the drawn up one for the poster, and they had like the teeth for it or whatever. But that's not not Venom.
Mhm.
So I don't know. But anyways, life goes on.
Well, it does make sense. I mean, like, I wasn't too upset because I was kind of thinking that too. Like, they could have just been playing on, like, people's just, like, agitation already.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, you know, everybody was mad with the Joker and that the Joker wasn't going to be Heath Ledger.
Well, I think the whole idea behind that was it was supposed to be like a Tim Drake, because like in Batman Beyond, Joker was Tim Drake. It was like
Yeah.
the future thing. So I think in that universe, like Joker was dead and Tim Drake became it. That's why he was more of like a thug.
That's why he was, like, the gangster kind of thing because he wasn't the actual
Doesn't mean I
Joker.
still don't like it, because if you're playing off that version, like, okay, the Batman Beyond version, for example, of Tim Drake, then it's like he still was the Joker. He was just more brutal.
They were
Yeah.
saying that's why Harley wasn't Harley. Like, she was a different Harley. Like, it was the Harley and Quinzel, but it was if she were born later.
Could have been Batgirl, because in the Arkham series, like just all of the Arkham series, Tim Drake ends up marrying Barbara. And I mean, they already said it was Harley and Quinzel as the doctor and stuff, and they already gave that backstory. So it's like, I don't know if they really were playing on Tim Drake or not. But I mean, you could run with that and say it was like the Barbara Gordon version or something like that. Like somehow she got twisted with a serum or something like that. I don't know. There's many theories that could go on that because they messed up that part of it so much. But I mean, since it is the dark storyline, they could have the whole Bat family there if they wanted to. Could have Nightwing. Nightwing actually is supposed to be a movie, by the way.
Is it?
They had some announcement thing for that, like that it was going to be a thing. So long ways away. I think.
No, I mean, when did they announce it? Because they had announced it at one point when the third Batman came out with Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
They'd announced it because they'd wanted that one guy,
He wasn't.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. They'd wanted him to play.
It's not Nightwing. It's not Nightwing. Where's the proof? If it helps, I have literally never been wrong about anything in any Marvel movie, MCU, Sony, Fox, or otherwise. Where's the beef? I don't know. I don't know. They messed up all those movies. Just Justice League wasn't terrible, but
I still haven't seen that. I'm, like, dying inside.
Steppenwolf he's not Steppenwolf, but that's okay. I don't know. It was pretty good, but I don't know. I hope they make like Young Justice or something like that off of it, because that would make it pretty interesting at least. Because I don't know where they're gonna go with it now. Because now they're giving Aquaman a movie after Justice League already happened.
Well, they're turning Teen Titans into a live action, so maybe.
I'm still not sure how I feel about that.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know.
They already posted Robin's suit and everything, and it looks more like a Tim Drake style, which I don't know how I feel about that because it's supposed to be Dick Grayson, but you know.
I like the way the girl looks for Raven, though. I will admit that.
Yeah, she wasn't bad. She looks, even though she is older, she looks younger though. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know. They had her age all fucked up all over the place, so you don't even actually know how old she is.
Technically, yeah. I mean, the original stuff you could go off of, but I don't know. They can make whatever they want now, though, for that matter. We have Jared Leto Joker, Thug. Oh boy. And then going off of that too, I don't think they had any. Did they have an announcement for Cyborg? I don't remember looking into that. Or Beast Boy.
I don't think they did one for Beast Boy. I think they did for Cyborg. I'm not sure though.
I don't know, because I remember seeing Robin, I remember seeing Starfire, I remember seeing Raven, which I hope they make Starfire orange. That's all I gotta say, because Starfire is supposed to be orange. It's her. It's her.
If Cyborg
planet.
is in Justice League, that means that they wouldn't be able to clash the Teen Titan movie with it then. If they made a Cyborg
I don't think they were
Teen
going
Titan.
to. I don't think that was their plan, because Teen Titan. Oh, technically, okay, they could, because Cyborg originally was in the Teen Titans before he went to Justice
Yeah.
League.
If they did a prequel type of thing.
Yeah, that's how they could fuse it. But it could be another thing like the Defenders and Punisher, and compared to like the MCU, where it's like blood and gore versus light fighting and PG-13 rating at most, where they swear. Oh goodness, we can watch murders now, but swearing. Oh, you better rate that shit PG-13 right there. I don't know. to think if there was any other.
I don't know. Every time
Black
we make
Panther.
Starfire, digitally or otherwise,
Mhm.
she always looks Mexican. For some reason, like she looks like she could be.
Even in the most
Mexican.
recent animated ones.
If you look at, are you talking about the one where she's like. when
Like
she's
Teen Titans
older,
versus
she's actually,
Justice
like,
League?
married to Dick or something.
Yeah. Judas Contract, Teen Titans versus Justice League. It's more.
I don't think I've seen the way she looks in those.
I'm trying to remember. I've seen it, but
It looks. It looks more like the original
Like
style.
you've
Oh,
seen
okay.
the Injustice 2 style that they drawn.
Yeah, yeah.
She looks really Mexican there.
Well, I
Or
mean,
Spanish,
a lot of their
maybe more than Mexican.
actual characters are taken from the voice actresses and voice actors. So like their lip movements and everything are actually based on the people. So I mean, it could just very well be that the Mexican or Hispanic person actually is playing her. So, I mean, that's if you look up at their
A
actual.
little Hispanic girl though that plays her. Or not little, but she's.
All right, you look it up. I'm actually curious now. See who it is. And then I don't think Black Panther I know is coming out. Infinity War is coming out. Deadpool 2 May 15th. Infinity War is May 4th, and I know the reason they're doing that is just because the original Avengers was May 4th as well, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm curious if they're going to actually introduce the last Infinity Stone in Black Panther, because it's the Soul Gem.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be.
Even though they teased Adam Warlock, which was bullshit because it's supposed to be with him. But
Oh, she's not
Yeah.
gonna be Hispanic. She's a black lady.
is she?
Yeah.
Oh. I still think it's cool that they use the facial expressions from the actual people.
Maybe. I can't tell actually.
The better question is, does it matter?
It's just that that's usually.
Every
I'm
single time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, July is Ant-Man and the Wasp, which
Have
I
you
don't
seen-
know why
have
they're
you seen
doing
the
that
trailer
after.
for that yet?
Yeah, I know that. Okay, I know they're using what's his name, Ghost or Reaper or some. I think it's Ghost. I think his name is Ghost. One of Iron Man's big bad guys. Got glue under my nails.
Here.
Floppy peepee.
That's
Last
one.
Stone is introduced. Post credits according to the internet of Black Panther. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I could see it.
Weren't they supposed to make them as kids though?
They're supposed to be kids.
Because
Or
that's
teens.
that's
Yeah,
like a woman.
that's the whole point of Teen Titans. Teen Titans.
No, the guy. Look up the guy
Mm.
for Robin. Look up for the guy. Yeah, you'll see. It's a older dude too.
Yeah.
None of it matter.
I guess.
It's irrelevant.
I guess they could pull off as like seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Seniors, what do you mean? Senior Teen Titans.
No, I'm talking
seniors
about
in high school.
Seniors in high school.
Yeah.
The guy could. I think the guy could. I mean, he looks a little bit older, but he still could do it.
Just shave him and cut his hair a certain way. Have him talk
Baby
a little
lotion
more
all
high
over his
Baby
face,
lotion.
and
pitched- a little more high pitched than usual.
so Yuri Lowenthal. Sorry. I don't know. Is there any other big things coming out? Deadpool 2 May 15th. Infinity War May 4th. February 16th, Black Panther. Which they're probably going to have the Venom trailer in theaters there, and it's going to annoy the shit out of me because it's just like, huh.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I was going to say, I don't think anything else. I am curious if I was right on that Nightwing. I'm pretty sure that they said something about it, though. It's not till, like, way later, though. Because it was announced kind of like the same way that Venom was. It was just kind of, like, conspicuous, you know? But, I don't know. But, yeah, you guys want to get to the main topic of the day?
Sure.
The ridiculous bullshittery. So, basically, what we decided on was hospital horror stories. Or just, oh, gosh. Not hit that, preferably. There we go. Or just, like, crazy hospital stories. And it was your idea, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just brought it up to it.
Yeah.
Something
You
like
wanna start us off for interesting stories? Because you obviously had to have
Right.
some idea.
Yeah. Well, what actually made me think of it is because my brother recently was in the hospital, and like I've only been to the hospital like on one occasion. That was for me when I had my junior year of high school. I actually had a seizure also, and like in the middle.
Really?
Mine was in the middle of the night, like at 3 in the morning. Like it was a Friday night, so like really Saturday morning. But yeah, I woke up. I literally woke up in the ambulance halfway to the hospital with my one of my friend's dads standing over me, and I forgot that he was an emergency responder. So yeah, and his first question was asking if I felt all right. So I'm like, what happened? Like I was completely lost of what happened. I thought maybe something happened at home. Um, get to the hospital, they run tests on me. 7 o'clock in the morning comes around and they're like, "Okay, you're fine. You can go home." I'm like, "Okay." My parents took me.
I had seizures, but all right.
Well, no. They had told me like on the way to the hospital. They told me that I had a seizure, but they said they didn't find anything, and they're like, "You're fine. You should be able to go home." And like my parents took me home, and then like at 10 o'clock in the morning, like 3 hours after we got home, well 2.5, we got a phone call from the hospital, and they said that they found something. So like, come back here. So my parents
Get over here.
my parents took me back to the hospital, and like literally we get through the door, and my parents are talking to, I think, one of the nurses, like they're doing paperwork or whatever, and then another nurse comes in and is like talking to me, and like they briefly mention another hospital, and I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, you weren't notified that you're being transferred? No. Yeah. So I got transferred to a different hospital, and I get there, and
And the verdict?
what?
And the verdict was?
They just found something in my brain that was a possible concern, but
It turned out to be nothing.
yeah. Oh, it's great because the second hospital I went to, they hooked me up to machines and everything. Okay, the first hospital I was at, when they hooked me up to machines, the things that they used to, the things they stuck to me were like super glued. Like I felt like I was ripping my skin off pulling that off. And then I get to the second hospital, which is supposed to be a better hospital and everything, and the things they stuck on me there, I could literally just like twitch and it'd fall off, which made it really fun at night because I had to stay the night there, and I was hooked up to this machine, and like if I even like would cough or anything, this stuff would fall off me.
Start
and then
going nuts.
The machine would be going nuts. Beep 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 beep, and then a nurse would have to come in to shut it off, and it's like, are you kidding me? And so basically,
It's a better hospital, we promise.
so basically, I didn't get any sleep that night. And then the next morning, like my parents had went home the next morning they came back, and I got told that I was gonna be moved into a different room, and I wouldn't have to be hooked up to the machine anymore. So I was really happy about that. We got into the next room, and they're like, by the way, we need you to, like, they told me that I was gonna be staying another day because they still had more tests to do on me and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, but you don't have to be hooked up to the machine anymore, so you can walk around, whatever. So I was like, all right. And then my mom's family came over to visit, and it got to 3:30 in the afternoon, and a nurse nurse came into the room and was like talking to us, and she mentioned a sleep deprived test, and they're like, yeah, by the way, you're not in the next half hour. After the next half hour passes, you're not gonna be able to sleep until 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, what? You couldn't have told me this sooner? Cause
I just wanted my beauty sleep.
well, cause like I hadn't slept like Friday night. I got interrupted because of like the seizure and everything, and I never got very much sleep. And then Saturday night, I didn't get any sleep because every time I'd even move a muscle, that machine would be going off. So I was really tired. Then they tell me about the sleep deprived test. Well, so I ended up having to stay up all night, and they were out of Mountain Dew. Like, they had popped to try to help keep me up and stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, they were out of Mountain Dew, and, like, pretty much all they had left was, like, Pepsi, which I don't like the regular Pepsi. And then, let's see now, they had I can't remember what all they had. I remember they had Sprite, and that's what I went for because that's the only one that sounded good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know back then that Sprite doesn't have caffeine.
I'm drinking this
No.
for no point.
No wonder I went through a whole case of Sprite. Like, it wasn't doing me any good.
Not feeling any improvement.
Yeah. In the morning comes around, like, well, throughout the night there was another kid that was also had a sleep deprived test scheduled in the morning and stuff, and he ended up falling asleep like at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, he passed out and like just fell asleep, and like but morning came around like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was told that I was supposed to do the sleep deprived test like at 7:30, 8 o'clock or something like that. So I'm waiting for the sleep deprived test, and then my parents came back to the hospital, and let's see now. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock rolls around, and no one had come in or anything for the sleep deprived test. And I'm like really confused, and I went over to the desk to ask the one of the people at the desk about it, and they're like, you're not scheduled for a sleep deprived test. I'm like, I was pissed. Yeah.
All right. Ghost is usually an Iron Man villain, also introducing Jimmy Woo, founder of Agents of Atlas, Billy Foster, aka Goliath, Walton Goggins plays Sonny Birch, another minor villain. Nice.
I mean, at least on the bright side.
Ah, I keep hitting that every
Yep.
single time I turn. There.
At least on the bright side, the hospital I was at doesn't have gunshots outside of it like my brother's hospital that he was at did.
Yeah, and you said, what was it, a little bit before they found like a body or something like that?
No, after. It was like the day after my brother left. They found someone was dead outside. Like, they found a body outside the hospital. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yep.
Got anything?
Oh, where do I start?
Oh my gosh.
I guess.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
We'll go down the line and then make a whole circle of it. Tell one story. Just keep it going.
All right. My first one's probably like my favorite one. It's a bit of a short one, but I had to go to the hospital for, I can't remember exactly what. But it was.
Had to go to the hospital though.
I was real young, and it was something like that they had to remove, like some type of, like, I can't remember what it was called, but they had to remove it from my back, and so they're like, all right, here's this game system. It's probably like a Nintendo like 64, and I'm like, oh sweet, while I'm in the hospital I get to play a Nintendo. And so sitting there playing some Mario, accidentally pulled my IV out, didn't realize this, still just playing.
Ooh.
Mom walks in screaming bloody murder because my whole bed is soaked in blood, and she's just screaming nurse. I'm just sitting there playing games. I'm like, what's going on? Why are you screaming? And I look down, I'm like, oh, that's why. I lost a lot of blood and should have died, but it's fine.
But he's here now on this podcast.
Or is he?
But that, I don't even know. How would you not notice? That's my question.
I was like
Yeah.
7.
Like, more sensitive
but
to
still.
pain though. Like, pulling it out, you wouldn't notice that.
Don't let him lie. He went to the hospital.
For rectal trauma. He remembers. Was it because of you? That's the question.
That's why he befriended you.
I'm gonna guess yes on that one.
Let's leave it a mystery.
Oh.
No, it was
they
something
did
my,
to do.
Niece gave me. It was some type of I can't think what it was, but it was
The cooties.
no
The cooties.
fuck, why can't I remember this now? As soon as I leave here, I'll remember it. But it was something like not poison ivy, but it was like some type of you get from touching like somebody else's
You
skin.
talking about chicken pox?
No, nothing like that. I was can't remember what it is now.
The measles.
The measles.
But my niece gave it to me, and they had to like cut it off from like my skin in the back.
Ooh.
Wait, ringworm.
I can't remember what it was, but it was a ringworm.
They do that.
I know they do, because I had that once before.
I've never. Oh. All right, what you got? Deep sigh.
Deep.
I have to tell stories.
There's only one that you can think of
Then do it.
that ever had to like go to the emergency room.
Do it.
Okay, what happened beforehand was me and my sisters were running around just acting really stupid, just like we were in our basement and there's this big pillar right before the stairs. Like there's no bar or anything or wall on the stairs, but a big pillar at the bottom stair that just led up all the way to the top. And most of the time when our mom would call us, we'd run to the stairs and just jump up on the side of the stairs because it was faster, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And instead of having to go up a couple flights of stairs.
This is why she gets killed in ESO.
a couple of stairs over here by the washer and dryer, and then go around that big ass pillar. So then we just jumped out to the stairs and up. And so one day we were kind of like exhausted or whatever because we were running around too much.
Yeah.
And our mom called us for dinner. And so we all do the thing, and then we're all tired. They trip, you know. I decide, to go a little bit lower on the stairs so I don't trip the way they did. My entire right foot slams and crushes against this pillar. I feel everything crack over here. And I'm just laying on the stairs. I didn't even scream. I didn't make any noise because I just, I didn't, because I knew as soon
You
as
pulled
I
in
opened my
Austin when he got his hand closed in the door.
Probably. I knew that as soon as I opened my mouth, I would probably not stop screaming. Because it hurt so bad. So I laid there for what felt like, I don't know, an hour. It was probably like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And they just left me there, It's Serena. She hurts herself all the time. I go upstairs. I can't walk. I don't really say anything. And I take off my socks later before I go to bed. And then everything's just all red, swollen, nasty. And then I asked my mom, I was like, hey, can you take me to the hospital? I think I broke my foot. She was like, if you broke your foot, you'd be crying. You wouldn't be able to walk on it. You're walking on it. You're fine. So, I wake up for school the next morning. I have gym that day. I had to run on my foot. Everything's I'm just trying to fake because I didn't like running in gym. I got bored.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I was that person that just tried to get out of running. I wouldn't care playing sports, blah, 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 any of that. It was just...
But she didn't know what capture the flag was.
We didn't play capture the flag. We played like wiffle ball or soccer.
Yep.
But
We
you
did
told
that.
me earlier you didn't like
And,
competitive games.
Like professional football kind of push-ups. That's the shit that we were forced to do. It was stupid. Anyway.
Gotta have the muscles as a kid.
Oh.
We were like in 5th and 6th grade. They were making us do the knuckle ones, fingertip ones.
Yep.
This, wide.
Yep.
It was dumb. Everybody, like my parents, everybody thought it was stupid.
Yeah, I like them, but...
Anyway.
Not then, I didn't, but... Go
I
ahead.
mean, I liked them once I got older, obviously, because I told you about that, but... And then, after gym, I go home, because my gym was last period for me.
Right.
Which sucked. I go home, take off my shoes, and then my foot is black and blue. Like, black. And blue. Just, like... It was like a royal blue color. It was so nasty looking. Just like my foot looked like it could just like fall off at any second. And then my mom starts crying. She's like, oh my God, I should have believed you, blah, 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 and all this and that. And so she takes me to the hospital. She's crying in front of the nurses. And it's like...
You ain't the one in pain.
Like, fuck you too. Okay, and then you know what happens? I get an x-ray and they tell me there's nothing wrong. I get an x-ray and they tell me there's nothing wrong. I go to school, gym, I gotta walk around up flights of stairs, and my room is downstairs in the basement. 3-4 days later they call me back and they're like, oh, we're sorry, you have hairline fractures throughout your entire right foot.
Padre has something to say
You
about
do.
that.
Kudos on your great hospital work.
They told me there was nothing there, and then their excuse was there was too much inflammation to see it properly. Like, you took an X-ray, you dumb fucks.
It's like just making some type of excuse.
Yeah.
Chase said, that is 100% not true. I broken like 4 bones without knowing I did it. I hate when people say, if you broke it, this or this would happen. Like, hey, I broke 2 weeks. I broke 2 weeks and it felt like a bruise. You don't know my body.
It's
Ribs.
supposed to be ribs.
Yeah, I do. Broke 2 ribs and it felt like a bruise. You don't know my body. Not weeks. What the shit?
Yeah.
Enlightenment. That's just the end. They had you come back. No
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 they had me come
apologies,
back 'cause my mom was like,
condolences.
you've been walking on it, you're fine. So I was like, I can't even get like a little wrap or something for my foot, just to like hold it in place or something like that. She goes, no, you're fine. You've been walking on it. Because I walked up the stairs, and she goes, oh, you're fine. I was still kind of limping and stuff, and I was like, what are you talking about? I'm not fine. It hurts. I'm like, I'm drugged 24/7 right now. I was overdosing on ibuprofen. I was probably like taking 3 times a day
Mm-hmm.
to prevent it from so I could fit it in my shoe to go to school, you know, and so it stopped hurting a little bit. As
Get
much as it
in
did.
the tight jeans.
Yeah, I wore like bootcuts all the time, or like sweatpants or something.
Gross.
It's fine.
Probably fun. And then my lovely, very, very short story. So, thanks to my amazing mother, I got a wonderful trait called ingrown nails. Okay? So, if you don't know what that is, basically the tips of your nails, instead of just growing, there and back, they will grow down straight into your skin. Like this is a thing. And then it will
Yep.
start curving into your finger. And it's like, I don't know why it does it. It just is a thing. So eventually it just got so bad, and I mainly got them in my 2 big toes, right? It just got so bad that I decided to get them surgically removed. Well, that day my father was just like, oh yeah, we'll just go in, we'll talk to him about it, and surgery won't even happen that day. If they do, I'll get you your favorite, because back then, my favorite smoothie was like a banana smoothie or something like that, or banana milkshake or something like that. And he's like, oh, I'll get you that if they do. They won't do it though. Takes me in. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it right now. It only takes a little bit. It's not even gonna be bad at all. Well, first thing they do, get me laid down on the table just for the numbing stuff. He has this big old needle, and he's like, oh yeah, I just gotta prick it. It's just gonna feel like a bee sting. Sticks the needle in, pops out the backside of my toe, and pulls it back out. Does it a couple more times, and I'm like sitting there. My father's face is just horror. I'm like screaming and crying at that point. Yeah, and then basically after that, all they do is take scissors and just jam it under your nail, cut it all out. They wrap it up, put some Salve stuff on it, and then just wrap it up and you walk out and you're just all good. It's only like a 5-minute process, but never thought I would have a needle pop all the way out my toe, just come back out. Let's just keep stabbing it. It's a good time. So yeah, that's basically my experience. And then I've had it done later on to get the other one taken care of, and that experience didn't work because the numbing stuff didn't work. So I felt them literally cut out my toenail. The end of my story. Because I've had it done 4 times. 2 of them went very well, and the other 2 obviously did not. So, ta-da! Needles going through your toes. Good. Getting stabbed.
Chase's turn.
Yeah.
Chase's turn.
Chase's turn. He has a story written up for us. All right. One time, a doctor came in and hooked me up to an IV. She said said he'd come back in 20 minutes. I wake up an hour later and to a nurse saying, why are you still here? Oh, are you freaked out by blood? Don't look at the IV. Being me, I looked. I had blood sucked back up into the bag, filling about 1/8 of it. Ooh. They were trying to drain you, dude. You were in a vampire cult.
No, you remember what was it, Daredevil one? I think it was season 2 of Daredevil, when they were draining the bodies.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what they were doing.
The
to you, Chase.
cages. Oh my gosh. That was nasty. And then she just like came out of it. She's like, that was gross. I'm just like thinking back to it, and I'm like, oh
That's
gosh.
what they were doing to Padre.
I remember. There was I know in Supernatural they had vampire episodes where they would literally go to blood banks and like steal just things of blood, like whole packets of just blood, and just drink it like it was nothing. It's just like, oh, because I know they make that stuff. I'm pretty sure it's out of corn syrup and red dye and a couple other things. Just like putting that in your mouth is just nasty. Oh, pretty sure you would choke on that just trying to drink it. It would dehydrate you so much, but
Unless
yeah.
they actually just like made a concoction of soup or something.
Soup. Oh man, I love my blood soup. It's my favorite.
We could try, but I'd have to murder them.
You could try, but I'd have to murder all of them. My gosh.
Car or truck's gotta move, one or the other.
All right, one of you
Otherwise,
guys
car better if the car.
gotta get kicked. You gotta move one of your vehicles so he can get out.
Where is it?
He said car or truck has to be moved. Better if the car is moved.
Okay.
Did you
So
did you
Jordan,
have a car?
your car.
Yeah.
So I was
I
off to the
parked
side.
out front in front of the black car. Is that
Yeah, the black car's his.
okay?
Run, Jordan, run. We'll miss you. All right, you got another hospital horror because
guess
I've
not.
only got like one more.
It's not like too hospital like story, but speaking about needles, I grew up in the country. I never wear shoes.
You know,
never-
got that
never-
crack and just sorry,
But like
crack
never,
cocaine.
never like wear shoes or anywhere I went. So I was at my sister's house one time, and it's more in the city or in Napoleon. And I stepped on something. I was like, "Ouch, that hurt!" And kept on like walking a little bit longer. I'm like, "Man, that doesn't feel right." Told something to my dad. He's like, "Oh, you're probably fine." Left. It's probably like a month later. I'm like, "Man, this is really hurting." They got an X-ray. Found a needle in my foot, just bounced around my foot. That was disgusting. I was like, "Oh."
Not gonna lie, at first I really thought you were gonna say heroin needle, like
Like
actually stuck in your.
needle.
Yeah, I got that now, but I'm just like, is he really gonna say? He's just, I got heroin in my body now.
Hell, but I was like, man, because where they took it, it was like, the bone was like all bouncing around there. I'm like, man, I was like, that probably went in like there, and it traveled all the way up to like my ankle. It's like, it's probably not too
Are
good.
you sure it
but
didn't go through your tendons and stuff?
Like I said, it didn't feel good every time I like walked, but I'm like, it's probably fine.
No, it's
I
not.
wouldn't
That's
have been able to walk like that.
No,
Oh,
like
yeah,
it didn't feel like
immediately.
that bad. It was just like every time I took a step, there was just like this light pain. Nothing like bad where like, oh my goodness, I'm dying. But just like, oh, that felt a little weird.
I would have gotten too irritated. Like I just get irritated if like one little thing is in my shoe, like the tiniest little thing in my shoe. I can feel it on the bottom of my foot while I'm
I like that.
walking. That drives me crazy. I can't. Like I stop, I rip off my shoe. I'm just like, no. I would not be able to walk on that for a month. Okay, making sure Chase didn't say anything new. But and you said that you only had that one story, right?
Well, I mean, there's that time that I landed on my shoulder on the trampoline. I mean, like, I couldn't. I don't know.
Story
I
context.
landed wrong, and then I landed like on my neck and shoulders.
Did you
on
try
the
doing a front
trampoline.
flip?
No, it was just the way all of us were just. Maybe there's too many people on.
You
there.
tripped and fell and smashed your shoulder.
I don't know. A couple of us like kind of fell off the trampoline, but like before I fell off, I ended up landing on my head first. Like everything just bent in, and then
That's when you roll.
that's how I landed. Okay.
Mm.
And I don't know how I ended up on the ground, but I ended up on the ground and like smashed my tailbone on the ground, and then like. After that, like, the way I landed, like, my head ended up just, like, flinging back, and then I got stuck like that for a few hours. I couldn't move at all. And then my mom gets home, because my grandmother was babysitting me.
Mm.
So, I just had a friend take me home. So my mom gets home, I tell her about it. She freaks out, because she's like, you landed on your head, on your neck? Like, I got to take you to the hospital right away, blah, blah, blah. First time,
I think I broke my foot, but...
The only time she ever reacted like that was that time.
Mm-hmm.
And Because she was asking, she was making sure I actually landed on my head. And I was like, yeah. She goes, because, I don't know, she always thought we were exaggerating or something. It's like, just because you exaggerate, bitch, doesn't mean we do it.
I mean, I don't have another head, so. Sorry. Guy jokes.
But she ended up taking me to the hospital, another x-ray, whatever. They told me nothing was wrong because nothing was broken.
Mhm.
You know, I'm 20 now. Finally got it looked at by a chiropractor, and my neck isn't completely curved the way it's supposed to be, and it's due to nerve damage in the exact same spot that I hurt myself before.
Mhm.
Yeah, so.
Just goes to show, kids, always get checked out by your drug dealer. What? Okay. Yeah, another one?
Nope.
No more?
The main one was.
It's already dead.
Yeah.
All right. Last one I got, I guess, if anything. Could go with that one. I don't know if I want to talk about that one though. Since I got two, but I don't want to talk about that one because that one's gonna be a bit too much. The one I will say though is I always had this thing as a kid. Every single Christmas Eve, like Christmas, so December, like winter, all that time, it would be building up where I would have, I'd start getting sick or like snot and blah blah blah, and I would always play out in the snow, so it'd be like a lot, and you'd always like snuff it up or whatever as a kid. And you wouldn't know to blow it out, or you wouldn't blow it out just because you were persistent, right? Well, it was always every single Christmas Eve, I would always get an ear infection. I would always be rushed to the hospital, and this was like probably 5 or 6 years continuously. Every Christmas Eve, I would wake up in the middle of the night, like basically crying or like freaking out because I was just in a lot of pain, and they would have to rush me to the emergency room, get eardrops put in my ear, take care of all that. And just, I don't know, it's like always a continuous thing and just constant situation. Every single Christmas Eve, I would just wake up at almost midnight. We'd have to run to the emergency room. It's just, don't know. It was like one of those freak things, no explanation behind it. It was just because I was a persistent kid that loved playing in snow, but that's aside from the point. But just the day, every single time. I don't know if I want to talk about the other one than that. I was going to bring up the how I make the period jokes or whatever all the time, and then I reference. I just thought about talking about that, and I was just like, better not. And my, no.
Nobody needs to know the end of you.
Yeah, we should be good. We'll leave it like this. Don't eat too much like grains and oats and things like that to the point where it tears up your insides. We'll leave it at that, okay? Because I had situations was not good. So yeah, well, there's a reason I make period jokes, and I'm just like, hey, but yeah, and then we're actually almost at an hour and a half right now, which would be perfect. All right. So, we don't have any more? We all good? Hospital stories good?
I can always share a few more, but if you want to end it.
I can just ask them if they have any questions or anything, and then if they don't have any, you can tell a couple more, and then we can just call it good. All right. So, as always, at the end of these podcasts, if you guys have any questions, ask them now, and we can answer them for any of us.
Says Chase. I like Chase.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're gonna ask if Logan's single, he obviously has Chase. All right, don't bring that up.
Moved.
Yeah, he's a single lady.
Long distance relationships are hard. It'll be soon.
Hashtag soon. Ethan kept doing that. Hashtag soon. I don't know why. I was gonna say a funny thing I was gonna do on Valentine's Day because she has to work at the end of the day. I was going to go on VR chat and start making a video either called like All the Single Ladies or something like that. Just run around, try to animate like a flower thing in it, and anybody that's playing by themselves or anything like that or doesn't have somebody they're playing with, I'll just go up, run up, give them a flower, and then like run away or something like that, or just have fun with it. So I thought about doing something like that. I think that would be interesting. But aside from that, I don't know. I think that's about all.
He wishes.
He wishes. Oh, goodness. And we shall wait just a little bit to see if they have any questions. I was gonna say, I look at that and it says 3 viewers, and then I'm never sure because, you know, there's you guys. Looks like Dying Wolf is still watching on YouTube. Keep kicking that camera every time I try swiveling because it's just like I try to catch the normal thing where I always touch here on my lower part of my desk, and then I catch the base of the camera and it's just like, pah! And it's like, no. End of the world. Suffering a earthquake.
A very brief earthquake.
Yeah, very brief, very small earthquake, just relatively in this room. But, alright. You want to tell one more?
Yeah. This one is not really about the hospital, but like another time I almost died.
Okay. It's not about the hospital, though.
So I was young and
I was young once.
and so my sister, she was always the like hardcore like tomboy, like even when all throughout high school no one messed with her because she was crazy muscular, like no one like fucked with her because she was the
She
one.
wore plaid.
She was the one that always could beat you up. But when we were younger, we're always really both competitive, and our parents were doing like this thing with our church, like some type of like shirt design they were making,
Yeah.
like with like puffy paint and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
so we were hanging up on the line to dry, and we're doing a race back to our house, like one lap around the house, then who could make it first.
Yeah.
But our whole patio, or not patio, but
Porch?
porch, thank you. Is all
Words, garage,
is all like glass windows all around it. Like that's like it was supposed to be like
Oh god.
we were running in and let's just say someone got pushed right when they're entering the trying to grab the door handle. Missed it. It hit the window and pulled back and cut up all his veins. Luckily not against or with them across. And so we got rushed to the hospital. I guess they were breaking all the glass around me, so I want to make it even worse. But I still have scars from cutting my veins up.
Ooh.
So another time I almost died from bleeding out.
What is with you and stabbing yourself, dude?
I mean, there are like another time I almost died when I was a kid. I was drowned.
Dude,
Sorry.
twice.
I was like, because I was like, oh, because my dad or my grandpa has a pond, and I see my grandpa jump in, I see my 2 uncles, and I see my dad jump in the deep end. I'll fall when I'm like 2 years old. Whoop. Well,
I know how to swim real good.
I mean, at least you weren't pushed.
that is true.
Yeah.
Like someone was.
Someone, not me. That is not what I am implying. My gosh. Yeah, I've been there, done that.
If my brother were watching the stream, I'd be looking at him.
Just fucking fight me, dude. Alright.
Yeah.
That looks good then. Alright. You guys have any final comments, words of wisdom?
Stay toasty in this cold weather.
Every time. Every time. Never fails.
You
I
stole
think-
from me once.
I did it because you were doing it as the way doing a little bit, and then I'm just like, I'm gonna steal it. But anything?
I don't got anything this time.
Nothing. Oh man. Venom trailer get better. What? Sorry. What? Go ahead.
She's just like,
Bye.
bye. Damn.
All right. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you follow, subscribe, and do all that stuff. Okay. Good job. Outro. Yay. Aside from that, I might do a live stream while I'm at the convention this weekend because it is on Saturday. I will be gone and I will be doing a Red Hood cosplay. Yeah, wink.
You
Um,
Red Hood? Never.
Never. I
don't like
wouldn't.
Red
I wouldn't. Do
That's
that.
covering.
No, that's why like half my hand is glued up because that's been half my day is just either gluing shit or trying to figure out what to do. And then we went out and tried doing a new armor build, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it. So still have the same one. Gonna be a little bit different though. But yeah, so I might live stream then. Tomorrow expect a new game that I won't say yet because I want to see how it goes. It's an older game, I'll say that much, but a new game for this channel. And then I might do some early VR chat. I'm still debating depending on when our friends are coming over. But yeah, aside from that, I think that's all. So I'll probably do a live stream with all my friends on Saturday, and I might show you guys some of the events and stuff that are going on there. And aside from that, I think that's it as of now. I might do a late night VR chat stream on Saturday, depending on when some of my friends are on, because they invited me to it, and I don't know when I'll be getting back. It'll probably be around like 12, like midnight. But yeah, or even 1 if I choose to stay for the rave, because, you know, party hard. But aside from that, I think that's it. Probably VR chat stream Sunday. So stay tuned. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think I'm going to make a series of that. And also do note, I'm probably going to only be doing my live streams on Twitch from now on to kind of motivate me to make more videos, or edited videos anyways. Not with these per se until we get like a bigger building behind it. Because I just want to kind of keep these going since they're kind of a hassle to do as it is right now. But aside from that, VR chat videos and Rainbow Six and stuff like that, I'll still stream some of them to both, but otherwise expect more edited videos. So, better quality. But yeah, so Heelys sponsor, please. Okay. Yep. Stay creative, guys. Have a wonderful night, evening, morning, afternoon, blah, blah, blah. Peace.